Hey, Rob, what's in the box?
Oh, just the deep dive into Seven. Let's go.
David Fincher.
I wish I could have lived like you did.
Shut up. What the fuck you talking about?
Do you hear me, detective? I'm trying to tell you how much I admire you. And your pretty wife,
What?
Tracy.
What'd you fucking say?
It's disturbing how easily a member of the press can purchase information from the men in your precinct. I visited your home this morning, after you'd left. I tried to play husband. I tried to taste the life of a simple man.
Run away!
It didn't work out. So, I took a souvenir. Her pretty head.
What's going on over there?
Put the gun
I
down.
saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's in
gun.
the fucking box?
1995. This movie is 30 years old. Does not seem like 30 years ago. In
Brad Pitt
general,
looks
like
exactly the same. Exactly.
just everything. If you were to put this on to someone that had never seen it and ask them what year it came out, not knowing the actors, like who they were, dude, they would be like, "This is a fucking 2010 movie."
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
I don't think my dad's ever seen it. I should probably try that. See what
Really?
it says. Yeah.
Oh, I got to call my dad actually in a little bit and he'd get my dad's review from this.
Perfect.
See what he compares to Roger Ebert. But just everything about it just looks awesome.
The look, the feel, it really draws you in. So I usually watch movies with one light on, just for that's the way I do it. This, turn all the lights off, right? You want that atmosphere as part of this, and the look draws you in. The contrast between the light, when it's light and when it's not raining, and when it is actually raining as part of it, and the way that Fincher sets the mood, I don't think there's a movie that touches it in that regard.
In terms of the darkness, you're talking about on the screen, but in terms of the tones of this movie, is this the darkest movie ever made?
The darkest movie.
Like bleakest,
Ever made.
like it's
It's a
just
good
like
question. We all know the ending.
it kind
There-
of makes you
there
feel
will be-
gross.
For the audience, there will be spoilers for this 30-year-old movie, just FYI.
All the rain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always raining on them. It's like literally pissing on them.
The people that are, not just the people, the victims of John Doe, but the people that are in it, that take part of it, the guy who's at the sex worker shop,
Yeah.
they're all horrible.
It's the
horrible.
portrayal of society.
Yeah.
Is just bad.
And, I mean, that's the underlying theme, is the contrast between wanting to do good on Mills's end and the accepting of how horrible things are on Somerset's end.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Kids?
No.
It's a really wacky, fucked up movie. Like, that's probably the darkest movie I've ever seen.
Kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about a bunch of, I think they're like 14, 15,
Who's in it?
16. I have no idea. A bunch of no names. Like an independent film. They're all having sex. It deals with HIV and drugs. It's super, super crazy. I recommend it. Like, it's...
What was that movie that Anton Yelchin was in, where he was like, it was one of his early career ones where he got kind of kidnapped, but he was along with them. They end up killing him. I guess that's a really dark movie because it's based on a true story.
I love that guy, by the way. He's dead. Rip.
Yeah, he is dead.
Rip.
What was the name of that? I'm gonna look that.
So this launches the Fincher era. He...
Alpha
so-
Dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this launches the Fincher era. And he's one of my favorite directors. Like, honestly, I think stylistically, he is my favorite director. I wouldn't say his library stands up with, you know, the other greats. Like, he's not Spielberg. Like,
yeah.
But the way he makes movies, I feel like, is the most unique. And at least from in that perspective, he is my favorite and he is the best. Would you agree? Because he came from, like, music videos and he had that kind of landscape.
I cannot believe the guy graduated, and he almost went back to doing music videos when.
Alien 3.
Yeah.
He was so pissed. They changed everything on him. So, like, this is why I say it launches it, because
Yeah.
this is his first movie, right? It went Seven, The Game, and then Fight Club, which is an all-time start, an Edward Norton level start to his career.
Right.
And it's gone downhill. I mean, obviously, you're not going to go uphill from there because
No,
those
but you
three
got
movies are
outstanding
unreal.
peaks in The Social Network,
Mm-hmm.
which is an outstanding movie. Gone Girl, one of my favorite movies. So there are. It's not that. It's just been a solid, steady. There's some stuff that I've never seen, like that I probably should, like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I've never seen.
It's slow.
Yeah.
Weird sex scene in that
I've
one,
never
too.
seen A Killer.
Yeah, don't watch that. Filmed in St. Charles, though.
Was it?
Yeah. Some of it, like a 10-minute scene.
Okay.
No, Bad. That's the Netflix one. But I just love, like, even his bad movies are good just from a directing perspective. Like, Panic Room is not a good movie.
Oh, Panic Room.
Not
I
a
didn't know
good
you did
movie.
that.
It's not a good movie, but you
No,
can
it's
tell
not,
like
but
it's like
that's
it's
funny.
weird.
That'll-
Like he's like you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like put this camera and run it through the wall. And he does these choices, right? And like the Fight Club's a perfect example of just.
I saw Panic Room in the theater.
So you like it?
No, it was in.
What are your thoughts on Fight Club?
I'm lukewarm on Fight
So
Club.
rank the big three, the first three, the game, Fight Club, and
I've never
Seven.
seen the game either.
What?
Yeah, no.
Oh, we got to watch the game.
Okay.
Have you never seen it?
97.
Oh, Michael Douglas, baby.
Douglas, Sean Penn.
Please watch that.
Okay.
It's ironically enough, I had never seen it either. Like this is like up to 5 years ago, and Erica told me about it, so she knew about it before I did,
So
which I felt a little embarrassed.
My top three for Fincher would be Seven, Gone Girl, and The Social Network.
Yeah, is Seven number one?
Yeah.
See, I love Gone Girl, so I'm gonna have to leave out the game and say Fight Club, Seven, and Gone Girl.
Okay.
And I think it's in that order. I don't know, man. I love Seven so much. I love this movie, but like Fight Club is just
above?
the ending is even in my mind more mind blowing than this, just because of the way they set it up. And for me, Edward Norton is unreal in that movie, and you know I love Brad Pitt.
What's crazy about Fight Club is there are far more foreshadowing, clues, everything that it's a dual, again, spoiler for another 30-year-old movie, but that there are more clues that it's a split personality.
Agreed.
In this than what is that Mills is ultimately one of the
There's
seven.
no clues in that, right? And
Right.
it's more like shock, like, oh my God, he did it. But the Fight Club ending is more just like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Right.
Like, this is literally
Hold
just
the
a
wool
crazy
over your eyes
person.
For
Like,
2 hours.
yeah,
And you're literally
that's what it
watching
is. It's like a magic trick, where this is more just like genius writing. You know, like the story comes full circle.
Give credit to the screenwriter Kevin Walker.
Yeah.
Who wrote this like kind of a treatise on when he was living in New York and how dreary the city was for him.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to talk about Kevin Spacey because now this
We have to.
Kevin Spacey, personally, not a fan, not a good person.
Most people would agree with you there.
But Kevin Spacey as an actor, he's one of my favorites. Like I literally put him up there with Philip Seymour Hoffman as my favorite. Like, if he's in a movie, you know you're getting an amazing performance, right?
Right.
Like American Beauty, I know you're not a fan of that
Not a
movie,
fan of
but
that
he's awesome in that movie. He's great in Horrible Bosses. Like he's
You don't
just
get to tell me what to do
he's.
anymore.
Would you agree? Like Philip Seymour Hoffman has like become since he died, of course, and like he's become like the poster boy of like the, you know, kind of just a character actor that is like unreal that
Yeah.
everyone loves. And it's like he's gonna make every scene better and actually like overshadow the lead role.
I've never seen an actor slip into a role as seamlessly as Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Right.
Is. It's incredible.
He's never bad.
Yeah.
Talented Mr. Ripley, you know, like how's the peeping? Tommy, how's the peeping? Like, just everything he does is unreal. But Kevin Spacey in this movie, uncredited by the way, which is a genius move that you could pull off in '95 that you couldn't pull off now. Where if you put him in the credits and he's not in the movie, you don't see him, not counting the hallway scene where he's taking the pictures, you don't see him
Right.
until the hour 45 mark.
Well, you hear him at some point.
Yeah,
on the
but you don't
phone.
know it's him. You know, I think they specifically mask his voice a little bit. That you don't know if you're watching the first time, you don't know it's Kevin Spacey,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have like the most noticeable voice either. It's not like Morgan Freeman. You would know if Morgan Freeman makes a phone call. He's narrating a fucking phone call. I just think this is one of the best performances ever. I mean, we just did Nightcrawler with Gyllenhaal,
I'm
which
just
is up
looking
there.
through Spacey's filmography, and again, he's a rote bloke. He's a bad guy, but
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. But so Working Girl, my wife would really like that. But I just go through Glenn Ross is outstanding. The Usual Suspects. He's in Outbreak, A Time to Kill, which I love, one of my favorite movies. LA Confidential.
He's a lawyer,
another
right?
one.
Yeah,
the
he's great.
prosecutor.
That's such a
You've seen
good
LA
role.
Confidential?
No.
Oh my God, one of my favorite movies of all time. He's in The Negotiator. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. That's got Samuel L. Jackson in it. Yeah, just my God, what a career, and that's not even getting the 2010. So this movie, though, I mean, we're gonna get to one Oscar to give, but I think it's pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty
it should be. I mean, he didn't win it. So in '95, speaking of that, there was 4 like pinnacle. '95 was a great movie year. I'm gonna get to that in a second, but
Okay.
4 like I feel like movies that stood the test of time that were like influential and important. It was The Usual Suspects, which also has Spacey, Heat, Casino, and Seven.
Oh,
So all four of those, besides Usual Suspects, got shut out of the Oscars. Shut out as in not even didn't. I don't know if they were nominated for anything. Definitely none of them won anything besides Usual Suspects, which is just a fucking sin. And I can tell you specifically, you mentioned the screenplay guy.
Yeah.
How did this not win Best Screenplay? Is there a better screenplay than this movie in the history of movies? Like The Godfather, or like what, like.
Well, The Godfather is based on a book, though. That's based on Mario Puzo's book.
But still, dude, like the Seven Deadly Sins aspects.
Casino,
all right, $33 million budget, made $327 million, which is pretty surprising given the tones of this movie. And like, Morgan Freeman wasn't necessary. I mean, I guess he was because Shawshank was '94. Shawshank was the other '94 movie, by the way.
He became a household name after 12 Monkeys. Mm-hmm. People knew who.
But he wasn't the lead, and that's a really weird character.
Yes. The question is, how do you?
Well, Thelma and Louise.
That's true. He wasn't that. But how do you get people to this movie to the tune of $327.3 million without giving away the ending?
I don't know.
That just speaks to how much this movie drew people in.
Roger Ebert, 4 stars. His original review is 3.5.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask when it went to 4. I had 3.5.
Because he does this thing sometimes where a movie it's kind of a cop out. You have any notes from his review? I do.
I summed it up in a quotation that, quote, 7 is well made in its details and uncompromising in the way it presents the disturbing details of the crime. It is certainly not for the young or the sensitive. Good as it is, it misses the greatness by not quite finding the right way to end. All the pieces are in place, all the characters are in position, and then I think the way the story ends is too easy. Interesting.
That's a terrible take.
That from his 3.5.
Too easy?
That's what he said.
I think that's the best part of the movie. I mean, the last act of the movie is the best part. So Roger Ebert. I'm not trying to bite your head off.
Yeah.
Weird. All right, best scene. Give me yours. Run them down.
I think there's 2 that are the pinnacle of the movie. One is the John Doe has the upper hand scene at the end, and then John Doe turning himself in. It's a short scene, but if you combine that with the smugness of the lawyer, I think it's a really good scene.
You're saying that whole section of when he's sitting there with the tea.
From the time he steps out of the cab to the time it cuts to them gearing up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah.
See, you didn't have in the car ride scene in between those two. That's my pick. Yeah. That's my pick. But there's a couple other ones I love. The dinner scene. Some people could have that as their pee break when he first meets Gwyneth, and it humanizes them and really gives you kind of a glimpse into Brad Pitt's character, Mills.
Train.
I think we're fine.
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. It also underscores just how much levity there is in this seriously overwrought tonal movie. It's hilarious. It's funny. It is actually like
giving Somerset the fucking normal glass with wine.
Oh my god, I love that.
The normal
he doesn't
fucking
notice
milk
it
glass
for a full minute.
Yeah.
Then when he goes to pick it up, he looks at it like.
Yeah. Even though when he was drinking wine earlier, Gwyneth gives him an actual wine glass.
Right.
So he doesn't know any better. That's something I would do personally.
What?
I'm not a wine drinker.
You would notice a glass, or you would?
No, I would put it in a glass. Whatever. You're getting your fucking wine. Shut the fuck up. Maybe don't drink wine.
Just give me the cheapest stuff because it all tastes the same.
It does. The raid at the pederast apartment.
Pederast.
That's he is. That whole thing of Diggs. Yeah. Just like that jump scare, I guess you'd call it, when he's awake. That is dark. Also, the John Doe chase scene where they get into John Doe's apartment.
That goes on a little too long for me.
It is pretty long because it doesn't fit with the rest of the movie.
Because, I'm supposed to believe 50-year-old Kevin Spacey is outrunning 29-year-old Brad Pitt for a full 5 minutes.
He's got the upper hand.
I get it. Metaphorically, I suppose. Yeah, it's a good scene. It just goes on a little too long for me. But it's hilarious, how afterwards Mills is so amped up that he is not thinking straight, kicks the door in, and then they immediately cut to how they fixed that problem.
Prostitute, homeless, whatever she is.
A little something.
Oh yeah, how much money do you have? They keep on going to that. But going back to your John Doe when he turns himself in, is that the greatest introduction to a character?
I think so.
Just the way the detective.
Exactly. It also, they put you on ease. Fincher puts you on ease when the desk sergeant or whomever says, "Hey Mills, learn to get an answering machine," because he's got all his messages from Tracy. So you're like, "Oh, okay, everything's fine. They're moving along in the case, etc." And then you know that something's coming just with the way they set up the scene of him getting out of the cab, and then detective. Yeah, it's an incredible introduction.
And if you had seen this, in theaters, right? Like typically when you find the bad guy, the movie is coming to an end. This is nowhere near to ending, right? The best part is yet to come, where it's like a nice little curveball they throw you. Because like if you're in a theater, you don't have, watching a streaming, you can see, oh, there's 50 minutes left in this movie or whatever. Like in the movie theater, you don't know if this could be only an hour and 50-minute movie instead of 2 hours and 20 minutes, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And
so is that your best scene then?
Mine is the car ride. Yeah, I just love the dialogue there and just how the glimpse into his mind, like when the detective or the sergeant or whatever, when he's doing the tea bag, and they're like, the only thing we know about this guy is independently wealthy and out of his mind, insane. And like then you actually get a glimpse into him, right? And just like he's justifying the killings, right? Like a drug dealing pederast, actually. And let's not forget about the disease spreading whore. Like only in a world this fucking shitty could you consider these people innocent, which he is true. So hot take, John Doe is actually right.
He's right in...
He killed bad people, lawyers, a woman so ugly on the inside that she couldn't bear to live, being ugly on the outside.
He might, right in his motives, but certainly wrong in the execution. That's like saying Jigsaw from the Saw movies was right.
I think he was.
He's died.
I mean, a couple of them, like the guy he starves, definitely deserves to die. That's a bad dude.
That is a bad
Eli Gould, the lawyer, maybe not. Right?
Probably
the
not.
prostitute, probably not. But she was a disease-spreading whore.
Hey, I'm all for. Listen, free country. Like prostitution should be legal. Do whatever you want. I'm not personally in favor of it in terms of doing it, but I'm saying like if you want to make money,
that's what someone that does it says.
Well, no, legalize it, and then you can get unions. You can have protection from the cops. You have a much higher preponderance of.
Robert Kraft won't get arrested.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Protect the billionaires.
What could that guy do anyway to a prostitute?
I don't know.
Like, massage her? He ain't getting it up.
Dude, Cialis is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, not for an 85-year-old.
Hims? Talking about
He's
Hims?
snorting that shit or something. He's injecting it. I mean, yeah, he is a celebrity.
Back to the car ride scene. You ever notice the way, I just noticed this upon a rewatch, the way that Fincher frames it, in that when he films Spacey, it's full screen or full face. When he films Pitt and Mills, it's behind the cage. Mm-hmm. So he's telling us like who's actually behind the cage here, who's actually in control.
Smart. That's David Fincher for you, baby.
Yeah.
So your vote is him turning himself in, that whole thing?
Yeah, my favorite scene.
Most people have the last scene, which is, I feel like the last scene is probably the answer in the first time watching. And then in terms of like rewatch, right? Like if I've watched it 20 times, I'm looking forward to the car ride the most because I pick up the most from that.
This is probably the movie that I wish I could go back and rewatch without remembering anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Men in Black, Men in Black.
Neuralizer.
Yeah, get that and then watch this. Fight Club's there too. Okay, what tastes the best? What do you got?
Gritty police dramas and grounded detective file cases, right? So street level guys that are just hardworking, solving cases. I think that kind of stuff we don't see much anymore. Sure, there's your Law and Order, but come on. I'm talking like movies that really tug at that. They feel real to that. And then along the same lines, you got movies that have the dynamic between the young and brash guy coming in, he's new to the scene, and the old and measured and weathered guy who kind of beats him down at first, but then they kind of learn to...
That's Lethal Weapon, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially.
Yeah,
like,
it's just...
It never gets old. I mean,
David Fincher films, can we argue that? Pitt and Freeman's performances, in addition to Spacey, and then puzzles, movies that make you think. They don't just spoon feed you. Oh, keep an eye out for this guy.
Right,
Did you see this guy on the
playing the music when the bad guy walks in?
Or you get a turn in music when like Spacey as the cameraman comes in, right?
Yeah,
they make you piece it together.
You got to pay attention. So I have just obviously we talked about this Spacey's performance. Like I feel it's unmatched. And the question I have for you is who else could have played this? Now, if you don't want to reveal your recast for him, or if you want to reveal it, I have a couple options for you.
Okay.
Robin Williams. It's really weird, but...
Well, okay, but did you see... What's that movie he's in with Al Pacino?
Insomnia.
Yes.
Very good.
Very good. Very good movie. Very good performance by Robin Williams there. Also 1 hour for photo. Not as good, but...
Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay.
This last one you're gonna love. You're gonna blow your mind.
I'm gonna save my recasting.
You ready for this last one?
Yeah.
So it's a deep cut.
Okay.
Will Patton.
Will Patton, the guy from
Armageddon.
I was gonna say Gone in 60 Seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Will Patton.
Interesting. How do you find that? Because he always seems kind of like a little upbeat and
Kind of, but he's got a dark side to him. I feel like he would just been. He kind of has the same look. I don't know. I thought it was just a dark horse. I don't know why I thought of it.
Interesting.
But Will Patton.
I like Will Patton.
Okay. Would Spacey have played a better Hannibal Lecter?
Than Anthony Hopkins?
Yes.
No.
Could he have done it?
Could he have done it?
So you're saying?
No, I don't think so. Because Hannibal Lecter has a physicality about him that I don't see in Kevin Spacey. Everyone who's played Hannibal Lecter on screen to date, I feel has really embodied the physicalness of the nature. Because Hannibal Lecter is supposed to be like a very fit, muscular individual. Like he is a formidable force. I don't see that with Spacey.
But I mean, Edward Norton isn't, but he did it in American History X.
Right.
So I'm saying Spacey could have hit the gym.
Spacey got jacked?
Yeah. I was just saying, not jacked, but just a little bit more intimidating.
I don't know. I was
thinking more from intellectual level.
I still think Mads Mikkelsen is the best Hannibal Lecter.
See, I don't watch anything really past, the original.
That's fair.
Okay, still on What Stage is the Best. The opening credits. Fincher is the best at this.
I have not seen the opening credits in decades, and I watched.
It's a dark tone. It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
You got the shows in his fingertips that are cut.
I always catch the movie on either
the music.
HBO or whatever. Yeah, it's so good.
Fight Club also has amazing opening credits. Like his opening credits are just like, because that's something we always fast forward. We were talking about this on Christmas Vacation, like how that was just like the opening like cartoon thing, but also the credits awful. Like skip. Yeah. It's usually a skip. Fincher's like, I want to watch his opening credits.
Right.
Because it sets the tone.
It sets up so much.
And just like what we're about to watch. The screenplay, just Seven Deadly Sins. It's in such an original movie. It's like one of the most original movies ever made, if you ask me. It came from nothing. There is nothing.
Been other movies about the Seven Deadly Sins, but nobody has done it as well. So major props to the screenwriter. I
love the fact they don't show the head in the box, because that would have been an easy move to do for like the shock factor, right?
It would have looked so fake in 1995.
Yeah. But just in general, with the Hostel and the Saw era, gore was what people wanted, and this movie does a great job of not showing you anything. If
it was made today, the studio would have either copped out and gone with a semi-happy ending, or they would have shown the head and it would look terrible. And it would take away, because then all you're not thinking about the interaction between Somerset Mills and John Doe. You're thinking about the head.
Right.
And be like, wait a minute. That kind of looked like Gwyneth Paltrow.
You know it is, but it's the idea that you have to picture it. Yeah. Right? It's your imagination. Now you're thinking of like, holy shit. Like,
they're telling you.
What did he see? And his reaction says it all. And then I love how much Brad Pitt's character hates reading. I just love it. He hates it. He hates it. He's
Cliff Notes. That's probably back.
Right?
Yeah.
What's age the worst? I guess I only have two here. Spacey. Just that's for sure age the worst.
Yeah.
And then Brad and Gwyneth's move to the city did not go well. Just his job wasn't going well. She hated it there. She was pregnant.
It really put a strain on their marriage.
And she's dead. So that would not have happened if they stayed in the country or wherever the hell they came from.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Surveillance. So the surveillance state, right, where the government, and this is it is happening still. So it's
talking about the library books and shit.
Stuff. Yeah, the ability for government to basically track whatever you're doing and figure out what you're doing. And now it's only being accelerated with AI. So that's really unfortunate. And then police misconduct. There is so many rules, procedures, laws broken by Somerset and the Mills, in addition to everything else that goes along with this. The police force is all about, they're guilty until proven innocent. They're going after this guy regardless. There's no sense of, and again, I know John Doe is a bad guy, but there's no sense of like tempered emotions or anything like that. It's just all police all the time. So I don't know if there's a commentary in there or if it's glorifying it. It's unfortunate because of the way the police state is right now. And then landlines and pagers.
Yeah. Pagers, man, that was a drug dealer's best friend.
That was the thing.
All right, internet research. So the ending, the famous ending we all love, was changed a lot. I don't know if you read about this, but
I did. I actually listened to a podcast about it. It's interesting.
So originally, they didn't want the head in the box at all. And Fincher's like, we're doing this after the Alien 3 thing. He's like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm not making the movie without it. Good decision there. And then originally when he shoots him, it was supposed to just fade to black. And that's what they wanted. They tested it in the audience, and I think it was almost just too shocking. Because, like, people are, like, hyperventilating. And that last scene kind of does chill it out a bit.
There was also another scene, another ending plan where Somerset was supposed to shoot John Doe
And sacrifice himself.
Yeah, instead of Mills.
Yes.
So he didn't let Mills fall into that. But what's even more interesting about the way that Fincher came on board with this, as you mentioned, the producers wanted the ending to be different, and Tracy was supposed to live, supposed to be a happy ending, et cetera, et cetera. When Fincher expressed an interest, he was accidentally sent the original Walker's original script, which had the head in the box, and Fincher said, "I'm only coming on board if that happens." And then he came on board, and then there was also pressure to change it back. But one of the higher ups at the studio was like, "Don't worry, don't worry, I got your back." And even though there was other execs that wanted to push for a happy ending, he managed to make the version that he wanted.
Like, a happy ending wouldn't work, for one. For two, this is like the darkest movie ever. So why would you want anything less than the ending? Like, let's get it darker. A happy ending, it just doesn't work, man.
Yeah,
that's like playing a 9-minute song in major.
Ray of hope in the end with Somerset.
There is,
Yeah.
and I like that. That's
But
the
again,
part they added instead of the fade to
would we
black.
be sitting here talking about this movie if it ended with Tracy living and them getting the upper hand on John Doe as opposed
And the last
to,
scene is Brad Pitt playing with his new kid.
Yeah, exactly.
And no, absolutely
Dogs
not.
frolicking on. Yeah.
Nope. Dogs are cool though. What else do I got here? Well, which ending do you like though? Do you like the fade to black, or do you like the little monologue at the end with Brad in the cop car?
I like the monologue because, again, it gives us that slight sense of optimism that Somerset is not going to retire. He's actually kind of been influenced by Mills. And so while Mills' life might be over at this point, Somerset can come back in and still make a positive difference.
So all the books, the John Doe, the journals, were all handwritten.
Yeah, I read that.
It said it took 2 months to complete and cost $15,000.
For what? 3
Probably-
pages to be shown on screen?
Yeah, but all those books. I mean,
They look worn. Like,
that's insane,
great
man.
job of
That's right. That's next level stuff right there. Also, the library books in the library. So the library was a bank, I believe, and they kind of made it into a library, but they didn't have the books, and they couldn't find that many books. So they like manufactured these like with covers, and like it. Let's see, it took I don't know, a lot of money and a lot of books, like 30,000 books, just for that little scene. And I think the bank was the bank in The Mask.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How about that?
And then tying into that, the diner. So the diner where Somerset and Gwyneth have that little meeting.
Yeah.
You know what other movie that's in?
No.
Training Day, where they meet the first
really?
time. That's the diner. Almost the same
So
seat.
is that a set on a soundstage, or is that
No, I think that's like a diner that they have specifically for movies. Like, it's not actually for like customers. So I think other movies use it too.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. Yeah, you have any research that I didn't cover?
Real quick, Brad Pitt had a nasty arm injury during the filming of this. I don't know if you saw this. So he's got a cast on, and you think it's because of the chase with John Doe.
They played it into the script.
Yeah, so it required an actual cast, and the film was shot out of Aurora. So in early scenes, you can actually see evidence of the cast where he's keeping his arm under his jacket and so on. And then, I think this one's great. For the sloth scene, the actor who played the pederast, Michael Reed McKay, he was cast because of his slight appearance, 5'5", 96 pounds.
Oof.
Because of his stature and the prosthetics that they applied, some on set thought that it was an actual dummy. And there's some debate as to whether or not John C. McGinley, who's the SWAT commander, when he goes in and he whispers in his ear.
They didn't know he was. They didn't know.
So John C. McGinley says he was just acting. And it was really an acting job.
Okay.
And then the actor McKay says that it was a surprise. So there's some debate.
Yeah, McGinley trying to.
I like to think that Fincher was scaring people on set.
5'5", 96 pounds.
He's a robust 108 now.
That actor makes Gwyneth Paltrow seem like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And she's a very small lady.
She's a very tiny individual.
Wow. All right, casting what ifs. Denzel turned down Mills.
Yeah, saw that.
And Sly Stallone turned down Mills. That would be awful,
I
dude.
did not see that. That one is a little.
That's gross, man. Like, was Arnold up for it next? Like, what are we doing? We making a '90s action movie?
Yeah, I saw Denzel.
So for Somerset, Duvall, Al Pacino, and Gene Hackman turned it down.
And William Hurt was initially considered.
Who you think would have done best out of those? Hackman, Duvall, Pacino.
Hackman, Duvall, Pacino. Whew, that's good, because it's tough to imagine anybody other than Morgan Freeman in this role.
I think Hackman.
Hackman,
Pacino's too much.
Duvall's
I
kind of like Duvall.
Yeah,
for
he's pretty chill.
He's mild mannered. It feels like he could play the kind of the weathered kind of guy. I would go with the Brad.
Okay. And then Val Kilmer turned down John Doe.
Huh.
That could have been all right. Val Kilmer's pretty crazy.
I also read that that Fincher considered Ned Beatty and Christopher Guest.
Ooh.
Christopher Guest is a weird one. Yeah. Although you've seen A Few Good Men.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Guest playing the doctor, the army doctor, or the marine doctor, or whatever it is. He's completely against type.
Overrated movie in my mind.
You're out of your mind.
Really? You love it?
Nah.
Jack's pretty good in that movie, but Tom Cruise.
You don't speak ill about Tommy Boy.
Come on, man. Yeah. This movie's way better than that.
Also,
agreed?
Tracy, yes.
Okay.
It is. But Robin Wright and Christina Applegate were considered.
Ooh.
Christina Applegate's an interesting one.
Both are. Robin Wright's, she's awesome. She's awful, but awesome, if that makes sense. I just hate her from Forrest Gump.
I don't particularly care for her either.
She's hot.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got for recast?
All right, so I kind of went a little modern. So for Mills, I went with Chris Pine. Yeah, I think that'd be a good one. Somerset, this one was tough because, again, I can't really imagine anybody in the role other than Morgan Freeman, but I said Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, you have to keep black on black.
Yeah, but I also said honorable mention, how cool it would be to see Brad Pitt in that role nowadays.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. For Tracy, I went with Anya Taylor-Joy. She's in Split. She's in...
Ooh, okay.
And the police captain, so this is Arlie Ermes, Walter Goggins. Good old Walter Goggins. Now, John Doe, I got two guys, okay? Paul Dano and Edward Norton. So pick one or the other.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you gotta say Norton, but like that's just based on like name recognition, and like Edward Norton could do everything.
Paul Dano though
could do everything. I don't know about anymore.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them are a little older, but I mean John Doe's older in the So that's my recast.
I like that. I didn't have any because I didn't want to touch this movie.
It's tough. This was the most difficult session.
I mean, I guess I could say whoever I said for like Will Patton. Will Patton. Weak link. I did not have one as well. I did not want to say anything about this. Do you have a weak link?
I do. It's pull it back up here. John C. McGinley. It's not that he's a bad actor. It's that the way that they portrayed him, California, the SWAT commander. It's just beyond cliche to the point of satire. Again, that might be Fincher's point.
They should have had him wearing the suspenders like an Office Space. I could love McGinley. I love McGinley though.
Lab coat as in Scrubs.
You know my favorite McGinley. I can't even say his name. McGinley. Did I say it right? McGinley?
John C. McGinley.
McGinley, yeah, is Point Break.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
He's great in that. He's great.
It was a made-for-TV adaptation of a Dean Koontz novel that I caught randomly years and years ago. And that's where because he plays just a stone-cold serial killer. It's awesome.
He always just kind of plays an ass, right? Yeah. He's just an aggressive... usually he does a lot of police stuff, too.
So he's good. I just think the way they portray him is eh.
All right, nitpicks. This is going to be fun. Problems we have with the movie. Biggest one for me, the library. Maybe this is an unanswerable question, but... So is the library closed at that time?
Yes.
Why are there 7 guards? Are they all working though?
I don't know what else is supposed to be there. I didn't even
say. Are they just hanging out there like in 40-Year-Old Virgin where they go to play cards in the store after? Is that what they're doing?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, you never hung out after work. We used to.
No, I guess, but like I'm just wondering like, and then he knows that they play there.
Yeah. So maybe the day shift guys ended and they're just hanging with the night shift guys while.
Okay. How many people you need to fucking
guard books?
Yeah.
It's. Assume that it's something like the New York Library, where they actually have very rare and expensive books.
It's like a museum.
Yeah.
Finding the shavings from the stomach and connecting that under the fridge, like that's just a stretch. Like, what if he didn't find that? What if they didn't find that? What if he didn't connect that to under the fridge? Like, how would they have found the next? He wouldn't have found the gluttony or whatever it was. Right. And then he would have still done the next kill. I'm saying, like, the painting, behind the painting, like, all that stuff.
The timing is suspect, because John Doe would need to have some kind of, ability to predict the future with just the way the timing unfolds. Like, they need to figure out that the lawyer's wife, they need to go talk to the lawyer's wife within a certain amount of time, and she would need to look at the pictures and realize that the painting was upside down, when she probably doesn't spend a ton of time in it. And then all of that to get to the point, like, For me, the
It's a lot.
timing's
And then the fact that they actually show up at his house and he wasn't expecting them.
right.
But he expected everything else. So how would he not know that they were getting these books and had the connection with the FBI to get the marked books or whatever it was, the flagged books?
That's one of my nitpicks is if John Doe is so careful to the point that he's cutting off his fingerprints regularly, why would he take out books all from the same library and under the same name? And why wouldn't he just buy them if he's independently wealthy? What's the point of borrowing books from the
right.
library?
Unless that was his plan all along and he says that he didn't want them to do that, but he, maybe he
they
wanted
thought
to...
He would get to that eventually.
Maybe he wanted to have that shoot and chase out with Brad Pitt, right?
That goes
So he
back
can come to that line of that's why I was, breaking
goes
your
back
face.
to the problem with some movies where it's like the villain would have to have some kind of extrasensory perception in order to be able to, like the Bond movie with Javier Bardem when it all gets together where he's trying to assassinate M, or even the Dark Knight, right, with the Joker's plan. Like everything has to go exactly correct. Now with the Joker, I think the Joker is calculated enough that he's got contingency.
Well, so is Spacey. And by the way, last one I have is what cab driver picks up this guy? Dude, he's covered in blood. Like,
I don't know, New York City cab drivers, they don't care.
And then the whole box situation, like, how does that go down? I know he pays the guy $500 to bring it out there, and the guy seems kind of like an idiot, like an airhead.
Well, think about it. 1995, $500. What do you think that's worth?
2 to 1. So a G, which is a lot. I mean,
we're talking,
1,054. I'm very good at that.
Yeah.
Very good at that. But I'm saying, like, how does the whole thing go down?
$1,000 you wouldn't drive?
No, I'm saying, but like, how does he? Does he line it with like plastic?
So it doesn't seep through?
Yeah.
That is an unanswerable question. More so than a nitpick.
Good call. Good call. We'll get to that later, I guess. Best quote.
Oh wait, I got a couple more.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
So this is my biggest problem with the movie is John Doe goes from this epic year-long execution of a pre-planned spree to just abandoning it and going with his gut. Just because he feels envy for Mills and his situation, even though he couldn't possibly know that Mills would be assigned to this case.
Correct.
And then, this is a small nitpick, but we go from him getting out of the cab to having a lawyer make demands in the same day. There is zero chance that once he gets arrested, he's getting cleaned up, read his rights, and then available for his lawyer, and then his lawyer talk to him, and then his lawyer present his case to the police in the same
before
day.
Brad Pitt goes home.
Yeah, before they're done for the day.
Because it's all predicated on Brad Pitt not going home and realizing because his wife's missing, he's not on the case anymore.
Right. I don't care if that was 8 o'clock in the morning. There's zero chance that he's getting that done in one day.
Well, he's got a lot of power.
The way that the justice system moves, forget about it.
Is that the last one you had?
Yeah.
I only had one best quote, but this is my favorites ever. Just because the guy has a library card doesn't make him fucking Yoda. I just think that's just great. Like, Brad Pitt's fucking so naive.
This movie's so funny.
It's
darkly funny, but it's also funny, right? You can say best quote, what's in the box. Everybody knows what that is. My wife has never seen this movie. She does, what's in the box?
Everyone knows that, yeah.
But I think, like, some of the stuff that Mills says, now, I wasn't standing around guarding a Taco Bell, all right? I worked homicide for 5 years.
Not here.
Yeah, not here. Do your best to remind it. Hey, the library scene, you mentioned that. You're talking about, like, he doesn't know how they play cards all night long. He's like, hey, we got culture. Yeah, we got culture coming out of our asses.
Turns on the opera.
Yeah. And then Brad Pitt talking to him in the car. You're no messiah. You're a movie of the week. You're a fucking T-shirt at best. He's just got so much disdain for
Hates him.
without knowing what's happening. We saw it earlier. Wake Up Glimmer Twins. We have a winner. Arlie Ermy, R.I.P. One of the best.
It's a good one.
And then, what do you got? Dead dog. I didn't do that.
It's a very movie moments in a movie that's not like most movies. All right, let's see. We have a Heat Check Award. The bench player that kills it. I feel like Spacey is in too much of this movie to have him in there just because he is the antagonist, right?
Yeah.
I
don't
so
think you can include him.
I'm gonna go with Richard Schiff, the asshole lawyer. I think he's huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
he is a true.
I remind you, 2 more are dead.
He's the same kind of asshole lawyer that John Doe already offed earlier in this movie, which is interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go acting wise. Leland Orser. He's the guy who puts on the apparatus and then
yeah. He's a also playing a similar role in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
He's the captain or the pilot that when the fucking helicopter goes down, he's like hyperventilating there too. He's almost just playing the same exact way. He's just like, and like he just I tried to steady it and it just I couldn't hold it. That's him.
Yeah.
He's also I think an X-Men.
He's in one episode of Star Trek.
He's in a lot of stuff. I like Leon Orser.
Yeah, he's good.
He's also one of the doctors in Independence Day.
Wait.
And the surgeon. He's one of the surgeons. Independence Day.
What?
When they're cutting open the alien.
Yeah, he's in there?
He's like in a small part. He's not the main doctor.
I just watched this.
He's not an Orkin. What's his name? Orkin?
Brent Spiner.
Yeah, the hippie guy that kind of looks like Doc Brown.
The actor's name.
Not him, but he's one of the guys in the surgery room. Leon Orser's in there.
I'll have to go back and look.
So
movie-wise, my bench player is Tracy. I think she does a great job keeping both Mills and
the heat
Somerset.
check? You think she's a heat check?
From the movie, I don't think from an acting standpoint. From a movie standpoint.
So there's really not a lot of heat checks in this. But yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I get it.
All right.
Most of that scene, the diner scene, she does kill it in that.
True.
Okay, overacting. I had Leland Orser for this one, just because, and I fucked her. Oh God, he had a gun in my mouth.
I would think that would be the exact reaction of somebody who's in that situation.
Probably, but he goes for it.
I went with John C. McGinley. Again, I love John C. McGinley.
That was my second.
He was kind of forced into this overact.
That was my second. I guess we can go with John C.
Okay.
One Oscar to give.
You could argue Morgan Freeman, but I think it's got to be Spacey.
It's Spacey or Fincher.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, we don't
because there is no Spacey without Fincher.
We usually do actors for this, but yeah, Fincher probably should have gotten.
Or the screenplay guy, honestly.
Yeah,
that guy.
Andrew Kevin Walker.
Can we give it to Andrew Kevin Walker?
Let's give it to Andrew.
Because I think he deserves it, right?
Yes.
Spacey's got his due and then his undue. Fincher's got his due.
Morgan's got his due.
Yeah. Scene we would add. I didn't have anything.
I know this would kind of drag the movie a little bit, but I'd like to know what John Doe's plan would have been if he didn't need to speed up his timeline. So if they could hint at that maybe with another scene in the apartment where they see hints at what he was planning, and maybe tie that in with a little more dialogue on the phone, something along those lines.
He was planning to kill her all along, though, right?
No, I don't think so.
So you don't think that was the envy?
I don't think so, because he didn't plan this for so long and then executed over the course of a year without already having envy in mind.
Well, it worked. It worked for his benefit.
It's not like he was going to get to the end of Sloth and be like, all right, now I got to figure out envy.
And Wrath.
And Wrath.
Well, it worked out well for him.
It did.
Besides the fact he was
Again,
murdered.
I think it's a little convenient, but whatever.
P-break. I think it's the library, even though I love that scene. But
yeah,
that would probably be it. Is there anything else?
Probably it.
Some of the scenes of Morgan Freeman alone in his apartment. But that's essential to the plot. He's the loneliest man in the world, right?
Maybe the scene where he throws the metronome.
Yeah, but it's just reinforcing that this dude is the job has ruined this guy, and what he's seen has ruined this guy, and he's about to see something worse. And he was supposed to be done. Essentially, he's like the guy from Clerks. I wasn't supposed to be here today. He wasn't supposed to be here today. And
he's retiring.
They should have cut that in. If they had cuts, they should cut that in.
So I got a couple. It's the bar scene with Somerset and Mills, and then the diner scene with Tracy and Somerset.
The bar scene's big because he tells him you can't afford to be this naive.
Remember, my thing with P-break scenes is not a scene that a new viewer can skip. It's a scene that I have seen. I know the content, and I'm okay, I can get
that's
past
why I
this.
chose the library.
Yeah, so for me, it's...
Because there is no answer if we're not going there.
Realistically, no. It's not like a 3-hour movie.
But it's not a short movie either, so it's it's a testament to how good this movie is. True. 2 hours and 20 minutes or whatever.
I feel that.
Did you have... irrelevant actor. I'm also going Leland Orser. Because no one knows his name.
Right. Nobody knows his name, but you've seen...
We know his name.
Yeah.
Who do you have?
Mark Boone Jr. He's the guy, the FBI agent who gets Mills or Somerset the library stuff. He's in Batman Begins.
Yeah, I see him. Okay.
And 30 Days a Night.
Yeah. Ooh, he's awesome in 30 Days a Night.
Yep.
He's the guy that's all up in the mountain and he's trying to get a ticket. He's we come up here for privacy.
Exactly.
He's the badass with that truck. I love that guy.
Yep.
Wow, I never knew his name.
This one's really irrelevant.
You know what he's called on the casting thing? It says Greasy FBI Man.
Is that what his...
It actually says. His character's Greasy FBI Man.
In the credits for 7?
Yeah. Greasy FBI Man.
This one's really irrelevant actor. No offense to him, but Hawthorne James. He's one of the security guards at the library. He plays the bus driver in Speed.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, man.
Love that guy.
Love Speed.
Yeah, now I did not know that until I'm looking at him now, and I'm like, that is the bus driver in Speed that gets shot.
I'm sure there's more, but those
Does he survive in Speed? They don't say.
Yeah.
I think he
well,
does.
I mean, he gets shot in the shoulder. And
just the shoulder.
I have to assume he survives.
Do you have a hottest take?
This is Brad Pitt's best performance to me. I know it's not that hot of a take, but some people would say Burn After Reading or 12 Monkeys or Inglourious Bastards. Some people would say.
See, I actually don't think he's that good in Inglourious Bastards. The movie is.
You look at like Brad Pitt.
I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is better. Dude, Brad Pitt's good in everything though. Yeah, he's underrated. He's an underrated actor. People think he's a face or a body or whatever. World War Z. He's that good in that. He's got long hair. I hate it.
You ever read that? Pretty good book.
Yeah.
The movie's not very good.
It's decent. Brad Pitt's good in everything though. Yeah. Can we just give Brad Pitt some fucking props? For just being I
think Brad Pitt,
one of the best character actors.
Dude,
Moneyball's his best.
Moneyball.
Okay.
That's what I forgot about that, yeah.
Dude, Moneyball's great.
So good.
I mean, he's... Yeah.
And then John Dole, I mentioned this a couple times already, but him just abandoning his plan and becoming an improviser and going with Wrath and Envy. And I understand it works for the screenplay, but it just feels a little forced and somewhat unconvincing to me.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Unanswerable questions. Was the head facing up?
As
opposed to down, like on the neck.
Or down? Oh.
No, like, you'd think you'd set it in and it'd just be the top of the head.
Oh.
Which would, the thing is...
How many vertebrae deep did he go?
The thing is, Somerset knows what it is before he opens it.
I don't think he does.
I think he does.
I don't think he does.
His reaction, he knows, dude.
I don't know. I think he thinks it's a bomb.
He knows. Because there's blood on it. But I'm saying he knows that ride. He knows something's up with Kevin.
He knows something's up
because
he knows this.
The whole time, Brad Pitt is saying how much of a lunatic Kevin Spacey is. Right? He's an idiot. He's just and Somerset's saying, no, you give this guy some credit. Like he knows what he's doing. He's diabolical. He has meticulously planned all of this stuff. So I think with that car ride, with the box being delivered, he knows something is up.
I don't disagree with that. I
think he knew. I think he knew.
I don't think he knew that that's what it was, that Tracy was dead, but he knew that entire time that John Doe had the upper hand.
Right. Do you think it was facing up, though? So you could see the face?
Mean, down with the face
down,
here,
so when you open it up top, it's right there looking at you? Or is it like just normal, you set it in like this, where you wouldn't see it, you just see the top of the head?
Like in cinema, like in like stupid shock horror movies where the head is actually like sitting up without his body.
Yeah.
Probably laying down.
I think it's facing up so you can see it.
Right, so you can see the face.
Yes. But typically you'd think you just put it in normal.
Okay.
Because where did he go, right? The neck.
It might have fallen over too.
Yeah. Or maybe he opened the wrong side. Somerset's probably pretty meticulous. Did Mills go to jail?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Insanity though?
I mean, I know that it feels
temporary insanity, bro.
They hint at it several times that it's a corrupt police force, especially where John Doe says you'd be surprised how easy it is to buy
purchase information from men in your precinct.
But you cannot
or in your
ignore
department.
Him outright, and they're videotaping that entire situation.
I get it,
so he's
like the crime of passion thing is a thing, and like there's never been a better example.
Voluntary manslaughter, but he's still going to spend a few years behind bars.
Okay.
And also, the bigger question is, how broken is he? Can he come back from this?
Not to be a cop.
To be a cop. But
right.
To be a functioning member
Probably
of society.
not. What does Somerset do after this?
I think
does he stay on the force? You think so? Yeah. Gives him a little more fuel?
I think we learned that from the Hemingway quote that he says at the end.
Yeah. The world is a fine place.
And worth fighting for. I agree with one of those.
Yeah, so he wants to keep on fighting.
Exactly.
All right, wow. Look at you. What do you have for unanswerables?
I want to know what city this is supposed to be. New York, L.A., Chicago. It's tough to tell, right?
Well, it's got to be, I would think, more of a Seattle, considering it's raining 24/7.
Yeah, to me that screams New York. I don't know, it's kind of an amalgamation of,
it's like a Gotham.
It doesn't really matter.
Right? It's like a Gotham. Which is New York or in the dark.
Where did John Doe's money come from? And that is not a question that we as the audience are supposed to know, but it would be... I think it would probably ruin some of the movie to know, but it's just like, how did he become independently wealthy? Was John Doe insane, or was he just really dedicated to his cause? And just really, I mean, I guess they kind of go hand in hand, right? That's the John Kramer Jigsaw Saw issue. And then this one really is wild. So why was Victor's weight listed at 220 pounds on his criminal dossier, when they're looking at it before they roll up to his apartment.
You talking about the anorexic dude?
The pederast.
Oh.
So if you look at his dossier,
Yeah.
it's got his weight, height, and hair color, eye color. It says 220 pounds on there. That guy was 220 pounds before that happened?
Wow.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
That's a big loss.
Yeah.
I'd say more like 160.
Right?
Yeah.
It didn't look like he was that tall.
No. I mean, you can lose a lot of weight if you don't eat for a year.
True.
But then you would probably die.
Well, he had an IV going.
Yeah, he did a lot. Is that all you had?
Yeah, that's it.
What memorabilia do you want?
2 things. I want Mills' basketball tie,
Mm.
and I want Somerset's switchblade. Even though it's not...
You don't want the metronome?
It's not technically... No, because he broke
The
it.
broken metronome?
It's not technically a switchblade. It's just a spring-assisted knife, but I want that.
I want the head in the box.
Oh.
Oh,
They
Glennis.
didn't do a head.
Well, I'm just saying.
You want the just the box?
Yeah, and I'll put a head in there. Who peaked? Apex
Spacey?
Mountain.
Kevin Spacey?
I had Freeman. I think it's Freeman for sure because he's coming off Shawshank.
Okay.
And Shawshank put him on the map. Like, I know he had a nice 80s run, but like he kind of came out of nowhere to become the guy for narration purposes after
Gwyneth
Shawshank.
Paltrow?
No.
No?
Well, she's not in the movie enough.
Okay.
I mean, her head does get taken off, but I feel like it's Freeman's peak. Pitt's, I think it's Fight Club because it's after this.
I don't know. Pitts has had a major late career.
He has, but I think 99 was like the peak of Brad Pitt's sexuality in terms of like him as a sex symbol, and the role
alive for like
and the role of Fight Club where he's shirtless and just such a cool bad boy kind of thing, and just the idea of the twist, like it has to be it for me. Spacey, I had it's probably this because he had Usual Suspects, which he won for, and this.
Basically,
And then it might be American Beauty because that was actually like his great movie, won Oscars, right? And he was the lead. So, and he narrates it. Like that's a Triple Crown.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
How do you not like that movie?
It's just so boring.
The ending's great.
It's so boring. Also, that
bag
entire,
stuff
That
is
entire
stupid,
plot can be
but-
cleared up with a post-it note. Dear Dad, I'm actually not gay. I was not giving this guy a BJ. Like,
Right. Yeah. It looked like he was giving him a BJ though.
okay, I'm just saying.
No, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Love that movie.
Whatever.
And then Decapitations. Is this the Apex Mountain for that? It may be
another head.
It might be like the
head
French
movie.
Revolution.
I guess Hostel 2. There was a head,
Yeah, at the end. Love
At
that.
the very beginning. Hostel 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. At the end of Hostel 1 as well. Don't they cut her head off and they play soccer with it?
Oh yeah. That's
So they
right, yeah.
so literally the last scene of Hostel and the first scene of Hostel 2 is that kind of occasion?
Because he's in his like girlfriend's
Yeah,
family's cabin,
and
and they track him down and leave the head.
The
on
person's like cutting down branches and she goes to look and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he's down there eating breakfast and his head's gone.
Right. I'm trying to think of another movie that there's a head floating around.
Well, you like that actor, by the way? The main guy from Hostel, the kind of Mexican guy?
I don't remember his name.
No, but do you like him? I think he's pretty good.
it's okay. Like I don't.
Pretty handsome.
Yeah, I don't. Jay something, right?
Yeah.
Jay. Yeah. Jay Hernandez, maybe.
You racist
Dude.
bastard. I'm going to say
wait,
Jay
wait,
Lopez.
Wait. Hostile actor.
Yeah, I think you're right. Hernandez or something.
Jay Hernandez, dude, I nailed it.
Oh, man. Okay. Who won the movie?
Humankind.
We did.
I think that we, as individuals and as a society, were graced with a combination of an outstanding director, screenwriter, acting, the producers, the studio who let them make this as the vision they want. So yeah, I feel like we won the movie.
I think I'm going to say Fincher just because it allowed, and you will see when you watch the game, when you get home or whenever you should watch the game. Because he was giving up on movies. He was going to go back to music videos after Alien 3, and this was his actual debut. And it led to Fight Club and The Game, and then Gone Girl and some of the others. Because like if this movie flopped, or
That's it.
like he's not going to do movies anymore.
We get
And-
more Third Eye Blind music.
Yeah,
videos.
which is fine. But
Yeah.
like we would have lost on one of the great directors, my favorite
So,
personal director.
Humankind won again.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, Story.
7.
This is awesome. 7. I've watched it so many times for this. I've already seen it so many goddamn times, and I'll probably still watch it a couple times in the next 3 years.
Oh, when it's on, it's one of those movies that I can't turn off. right? It doesn't matter where it is in the movie. It's going to be on in our household.
Well, it's different for me because I don't have cable. I just have a box that has every movie ever, so I have to specifically search it and click it. It's not like on, like, I get what you're saying. Cable, it's like, of course I'm watching this, right? Or I have to actually be like, okay, I haven't seen some of these other movies, but I'm going to watch 7 again, which I might still do.
There you go. Let us know in the comments. What's your favorite Fincher movie? Is it this
Yeah.
or is it something else?
If you're still watching.
They are.
Hell yeah, they are. All right.
And it's been a complete joy.
Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part.